Alrighty, overall a fairly uneventful day. The main watch coming into this session on ES, on SPY, was whether or not bulls could continue to show that strength above the 4660. I'd mentioned this as the main level of interest this morning in the pre-market prep live stream. Essentially, this level's pulled from the recent highs right through here. Last Friday's high, December 1st, and then we did also pretty much retest that on this most recent Friday. So essentially what I wanted to see is whether or not buyers were going to continue to show some upside during today's session. Now, it was noted that today was likely going to be a slower session, given the fact that we have CPI tomorrow and FOMC on Wednesday. So massive economic prints. Anytime you have those big economic data prints and you're coming into the days ahead of those big prints, generally speaking, the markets will be trading on way below average volume. Now, what's interesting today is if you take a look at the ES contract, yes, it does look like higher than average volume, but we have to remember ES trading on a roll week, meaning all of the volume from the December contract is coming into the March contract. So we can't lean on this volume print very heavily. What we have to do is kind of get a reference with SPY. Let's see, all right, is SPY volume matching what we see in ES? Absolutely not. Trading on pretty much 50% daily average volume. So it was an extremely low volume day as expected. SPY continuing to press those 52-week highs here, just shy of that R2 level that we had in the pre-market prep notes. Essentially what we're going to be looking at post CPI tomorrow morning is whether or not buyers are continuing to defend this breakout point in SPY and ES. So 459.5 is the level in SPY. If you're watching ES, once again, you want to be keeping an eye on that 4660 level. That's kind of going to be the main level of interest for tomorrow as well. Very similar approach. Again, depending on overnight action, we want to see buyers continue to defend the breakout point of this near-term range. As I've mentioned repeatedly over the past few weeks, ever since we saw this change in character starting pretty much at the start of November, this was a breakout from a 4-month downtrend, and the target for that move again is the July highs. Now, SPY is already there. ES still has some catching up to do. There is some slight discrepancy between the charts there. As far as QQQ, we did take a look at this morning as well, and kind of the main idea that I had mentioned was you want to see price break out of this near-term range. Now, remember, anytime you have the index, or any chart for that matter, anytime you have price pushing into a known resistance point, NQ is a great example of this. Anytime you have price pushing up into that area of resistance and then price is just showing tight consolidation, that's not bearish. Okay, so we have a tight range here near a known resistance point. Probability does favor a breakout of that near-term range. That is what I had mentioned this morning. That's kind of what a theme that we've been talking about over the past few weeks. Now, it's not a guaranteed thing. Of course, nothing in markets is, but we can kind of use these patterns to kind of align ourselves with what the most likely trade of the day is, the most likely trade of the week is going to be. Now, with the economic data coming up tomorrow morning, as well as FOMC, definitely a bit more risk baked into this setup here. So we just want to be staying nimble and definitely taking it day by day. Now, as far as NQ, you can pretty much see today's high is almost to the tick exactly that high from July. So if you are an NQ trader watching that NQ play, you're looking for continuation up through that July high. ES, main watch again, like I said, 4660. I want to see that this breakout point is being defended, and we're looking for 4685. The significance of that level, check all the volume right through here, high volume node right through there, and then 4700 and up into 4720. That'll pretty much be the July high. As far as individual names, the list was quite light. We have DOCU. There's a continuation watch. Pretty much nailed the move today. The trigger here at 50 up into PT3 just now pressing session highs on DocuSign. That was a killer second day play. We also have Snap. This one did not trigger. It was on watch today. Never breached that trigger level, so no one should have been trading that one. I'll be carrying it as a second day watch tomorrow. However, the issue today is that it's kind of light volume. Despite the technical setup, despite the upgrade, we're still trading on below average volume. So that is a bit of a concern on this setup. And then we have Snow. This one continues to be on watch. Good volume today. No real follow through on the breakout idea. We're looking for strength above 192 into 200. Didn't quite get there. We're going to see if they can show up, if buyers can show up in this one tomorrow. But given that it is CPI day tomorrow, main watch, of course, is going to be the index trades, primarily ES, primarily NQ. Just to recap, pretty slow day today as expected. Hope everyone had a great day, great start to the week, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning for the pre-market prep live stream. Have a great afternoon and take care.